Today on Garden Life with Juan, I'm going to be planting some seedlings in the rain. Let's get into it.
Impressive.
So I'm going to start with these cherry tomatoes that I started with the seed snail technique. They are starting to get a little leggy, so I'll just make sure that I plant them deep. I really do like the seed snail technique because it's pretty easy to separate them. Just give them a nice little tug, nice and gentle. Now we have a separated plant. I have a couple tomatoes in here that aren't the biggest, so I'm definitely going to plant the bigger ones today and then give the other ones some time to catch up. Here we have the separated plants, nice and easy. And the easy way to make sure that they are planted deep enough is to plant them sideways. So for tomato plants, if you plant them sideways, all of these little hairs down the plant will turn into roots. So planting it sideways gives you that ability. So the roots are down here, the plant is up here. I'm just gonna bury it in. I'm actually gonna take these bottom leaves off. And plant it up until these leaves. And now everything under the soil will begin to root. This year I'm gonna interplant a lot of plants rather than having patches of tomatoes and corn and stuff like that. I'm gonna have everything living together to create a full ecosystem. So I'm gonna plant some tomatoes here, some down there, some up there. I'm gonna plant some herbs in between. It's a real garden life planting in the rain. Rain's coming down crazy, but I'm gonna continue gardening. I'm gonna set the camera up somewhere out of the rain, but once it slows down a little bit, I'm gonna get back into recording it. All right, the rain has calmed down, so I had to get back to planting these seedlings. Good thing about planting in the rain or right after it finished raining is the soil is already moist, so you don't have to worry about the roots being moist when they go into the ground. It's also easier to weed. But now I'm gonna interplant some basil and some dill around the tomatillos and the tomatoes. They are good companion plants. And you can plant dill a little bunched up too. So a couple of these clusters I'm gonna plant bunched up, a couple of them solo. Yeah, 3 basil. Plant these by the tomatoes. About to plant this echinacea. These echinacea seeds came from another echinacea plant that came from being seeded randomly by another echinacea plant. So I haven't had to pay for the seeds. And if I can get them to just continue doing this and spreading, I won't ever have to plant echinacea again. It'll plant itself. Gonna plant a couple amaranth up here. Not a lot, because I think amaranth get pretty big. I planted these in mainly back to the roots soil with burpee soil on the top. and I do think they liked it pretty well. I think that a lot of seeds sprout easier in the burpee soil, but the back to the roots has more nutrients, so it keeps them growing a lot quicker. And I'm gonna plant the best looking ones, the ones that are growing the best. I'm gonna put one next to this red romaine lettuce, since I don't have anything else growing in this little area except there's a sunflower here and there. Some pineapple sage here, but it probably only get about this big this year, so should be fine. All right, so this bed is done. There are tomatoes, rosemary, amaranth, dill, basil, a bolting collard greens, bolting mustard. There's some marigold planted on the side, some marigold planted in between, tomatillos, corn, lemon balm, pineapple sage, a couple types of basil, mullein, nasturtiums, red romaine lettuce, corn, and sunflowers. So I'm gonna plant the ajoine. I do think these can grow pretty close together, so I'm only gonna give them about an inch apart. They did get a little leggy, so I'm gonna make sure that that stem is under the ground. I'm really just gonna place them in their position and then put the dirt over them rather than putting them in a hole. So now I'm gonna plant this parsley that I started with the seed snail technique. So in this bed so far, there are some chickpeas and nasturtiums, lemon mint, ajoine, parsley, carrots, rosemary, rutabaga, and radishes. I'm gonna plant the toothache plants right in this area. For these, I'm gonna make holes about 2 to 4 inches apart. One nice cherry tomato. And then I'm gonna put the basil around it. So far this patch has lemon balm, strawberries, peppermint, echinacea, yarrow, sunflowers, if I didn't say that, corn, tomatoes now, amaranth, mullein, and sweet mint. Stay tuned for more garden videos and to see how the plants are growing.
Impressive.